Everyone, I'm back. I'm being consistent. This is take number 10 or 11, but it is what it is. We're going to talk about intuition, though, and how intuition is talking to you and how you're not listening, most likely. I know I was guilty of that. But I'm going to explain how it leads to you in money and purpose and the right life. So let me say something most people won't tell you straight up. Your life right now is a direct reflection of what you've been listening to. Not just music, not just people, but the quiet voice inside you, your intuition. So here's the part most people get wrong: your intuition is always guiding you. The problem is you've been confusing it with fear, trauma, ego, and conditioning. And if you follow the wrong voice, you end up in the wrong relationships, wrong jobs, wrong financial situations, most of all, the wrong life. I've been wondering that, how I got here so many times. So this leads us to part one: what intuition actually is and what it's not. Intuition isn't just a gut feeling, it's your subconscious mind processing millions of data points, not, and faster than your conscious brain ever could. It just, it's like that. Science backs this up too. Your brain is constantly scanning patterns like tone of voice, micro expressions, past experiences, and feeding you signals like that feeling you get, you know, that's your brain saying, I've seen this before and I know where this leads. But here's the twist: not every feeling is intuition. Some feelings are fear from past trauma, anxiety from overthinking, or conditioning from how you were raised. Yeah. So now you've got multiple voices in your head. Ooh, I'm know how well, I know what that's like. And only one of them is actually trying to guide you forward. Just one. So this brings us to part two. The wrong voice will ruin your life. Let's get real for a second. You probably had moments where you've where something felt off, I would say, but you ignored it. That person you knew you shouldn't trust, or that job that felt draining from the very first fucking day, or the decision that didn't sit right in your chest. And what happened? What happened? um, you paid for it, Brandon, down the road, because the wrong voice will always justify itself. It sounds like, maybe I'm overthinking. Let me just give it a chance. I don't want to miss out. That's not intuition. That's negotiation with discomfort. Ugh. Your real intuition doesn't argue at all. It doesn't panic. It doesn't beg. It simply knows. And if you keep ignoring it, you train yourself to walk into situations that drain your energy, your time, and your money. Yeah, I said money. So this brings us to part three: why intuition is directly connected to money. Now let's talk about something everyone cares about, and that's, money. Most people think money is about strategy, and yeah, strategy matters, all that. But what people don't realize is money is also about decision, speed, and alignment. The people who make money consistently, they trust themselves. They move faster because they are not constantly second guessing. They don't need 20 opinions before making a move. What do you think about this? No. They don't sit in, what is it, analysis paralysis. Ugh. I hate that. They feel something and they act. Meanwhile, most people hesitate, they doubt, they ignore opportunities because they don't feel ready. Or worse, they chase things that feel wrong just because they look good on paper. And that's how you end up stuck. I'm pulling myself out. So this brings us to part point part four. The difference between intuition and fear. This is where everything changes, because if you don't learn this, you'll keep sabotaging yourself. Period. Here's how you tell the difference though. Intuition feels calm, clear, and direct. Even if it's telling you something uncomfortable, it sounds like leave. Don't trust this. Go for it. No drama, no over explaining, just pure clarity. Excuse me. Fear feels loud, always chaotic and repetitive. If it sounds like, what if you fail? What will people think? You're not ready yet. Fuck out of here with that. It keeps looping. It keeps adding more what ifs. It keeps you stuck. Period. And will always keep you there. So ask yourself, is this voice trying to protect me from growth or guide me toward alignment? Part 5, how to actually use your intuition step by step. Let's make it practical, okay? Because knowing this it's not enough. Just knowing doesn't do shit. You have to use it. So, step 1, slow down your decisions. Most people rush or they freeze. Neither works. Instead, pause. Not to overthink, but to feel. Your intuition doesn't scream. You have to create space to hear it. Step 2, check your body. Your body reacts before your mind explains. Pay attention to tightness in the chest, or a heavy feeling in your stomach, or a sense of calm and openness. Your body is your first signal, always. So step 3, ask one simple question. Does this expand me or drain me? Expansion equals growth, opportunity, and alignment. Drain equals stress, confusion, resistance. Your intuition always points toward expansion, even if it's uncomfortable. So step 4, act quickly once you know. This is where people mess up. They feel it, then they wait, and wait, Brandon, until the moment passes or fear takes over. When your intuition is clear, move, not recklessly, decisively. Part 6, why the right path feels different. Here's something most people don't expect. The right path doesn't always feel easy. Not at all. But it feels clean. That's, I'll explain. There is no internal conflict. There is no constant questioning, no forced convincing. Even when it's hard, it feels right. That's how you know. So, part 7, intuition, people, and your environment. Let's talk about people, Brandon. Because this is where intuition gets most ignored. They, okay, you already know who drains you. You already know who elevates you. You don't need no more proof. You need more honesty with yourself. The wrong people will pull you into the wrong life, wrong habits, wrong mindset, wrong opportunities, and eventually wrong results. But the right people, they align you with your direction. They sharpen your thinking. They open doors. So part 8, the real reason you don't trust yourself, let's be honest, Brandon, it's not that your intuition is broken. It's that you've ignored your fucking intuition too many times, and now you don't trust your own signal. But trust isn't built by thinking, it's built by acting. Thank God. Every time you listen to yourself and it works out, you rebuild that connection. Every time you ignore it, you weaken it. So the goal is, it's not perfection. It's my favorite thing, consistency. So part 9, bringing this all together. Let it be this, if you take anything from it. Your intuition is your internal guidance system. It is literally trying to lead you to better decisions, better people, better opportunities, and yes, more money. but only if you listen, not occasionally, not when it's convenient, but consistently. So, final message, you don't need more information, Brandon, or anybody else out there that is like me. You don't need more validation. You definitely don't fucking need someone else to tell you what to do. Period. You already know. You already know. The question is, are you going to trust it or keep ignoring it and wondering why your life isn't changing? Because the truth is simple. The right voice will guide you to the right life. The wrong voice will cost you fucking everything. So choose wisely. I love you. Peace be with you. I hope you gained something from this like I did. And please like or engage. Tell me what you think. If ain't nobody told you today, also, I love you. Peace be with you.